Sorry about that. For the briefest of moments, I was very much wondering why I had Cricket song requested something so messy. And then I saw that little Spotify logo. What a great start. We always get things rolling and, well, someone rolling on the floor, most likely. Oh, why is the mid fin? Right, you go away. So do you. I do like this, I assume this was a... Yeah, it's a sort of a gunner fin, isn't it? Yeah, I really dig this. It's a really nice remix. I'm guessing it's one of their ones that works just as a good song, like even aside from the joke of it. God, how does this work so well? A remarkable melding of two things that shouldn't work together, but they do. Marvelous. Oh, let's play to the X. I do like this. Oh dear, retro archers. Oh god, it's all going wrong now. Let's try you again. Yeah, I might add this to the playlist. I really like this. Very good. How are you this evening, Cricken? Do you sort food out and whatnot? Okay. Oh. In Chinatown? Oh, is that Digimon in German? Nice. There we go. Get the scan lines. Yeah, definitely get those off. Unfortunately. There we go, so we're at 95%. You're too full? Oh no. Oh, that's a pity. It's good to be full, it's not good to be too full. I'd rather that than starvation, but still. Okay, here we go. So, if you look, we have done quite a lot. Pretty much all this has been while watching streams, whether they be from Peds, you, Cricket, or I think Nick in one case as well. So, yeah, and all those lovely happy plums. So content. Well done. I could go for that. But yeah, so just these two actually. Yeah, so Crystal Palace and Eat at Joe's. So, yeah, great little Overworld 2, isn't there? For some reason they didn't use it on the Game Boy Advance one. That one had a much more somber Overworld theme. This one's got a really good kick to it, hasn't it? So I don't know if the game style just played up. I'm just yeah. So there we go. Got a guide on my monitor for Crystal Palace. So oh wait, hold on. Yeah, 2. So I've got 2 on there so far. So the thing I'm kind of doing is I'm looking at maps that show where 2 cages are. Oh, I remember this bloody level. One of them on the map is... Yeah, I think it's... Yeah, it would spawn there, but... So that's good, so we've already... Because one of the most difficult things about combing over these levels again has been figuring out which cages I've really got. In terms of my memory is not very conducive to this, so we at least know there's one there. The thing is, I am trying to at the very least, it's got the finale to me up there. The thing is, like, the map will show you where they are, but if I can, I'm trying to make it so I figure out how to, because sometimes they won't appear until you've achieved certain conditions in the level, so I'm trying to at least kind of go by that. They do that trick a lot, where you swing on one of these and you gotta, like, jump off, and it's really gosh darn awkward. So, there we go. So yeah, try to at least make it involve a little bit of ingenuity, although there have been times where it's just been too obtuse, where I'm like, okay, gotta check. I think... Yeah, in fact, yeah, I think I remember coming back to one there. So it looks like I got the first 2 cages on this, and then completely failed after that. Oh, we got a devil! Those GPAs always sounded bad regardless. You didn't sound convinced by the Mario & Luigi thing either, right? The soundtrack replacement for that. Yeah, it's weird because GBA and I get the impression GBA and N64 are similar in that resources kind of had to be taken for the audio that could be used in other parts. So, like, aspects of graphics rendering or calculation processing music would also have to take up a bit, like any kind of sound would have to take up a bit of that. Which just seems awful, really, in retrospect. Like, it's you gotta compromise heavily one way or the other, it feels like, with something like that. I still think there's some great sounding GBA games, though. They definitely kind of have that echoey, sort of, often that low fidelity quality to them. Aha! Yeah, I probably would have missed that. Yeah, the thing is, I sometimes think it can be jarring when you have such an 8-bit sound coming out of the GBA, but I think it can sometimes work. There's some songs in Harmony I do quite like. One or two are clearly a little suffocated by it. But I remember, like, the second tune you hear as you go further into the castle, that's like a really cool little moody little piece, that one. And I actually think the 8-bit sound works pretty well for it. But it is jarring having that to otherwise 16-bit looking visuals. Yeah, the first track's pretty cool as well. Although, appropriately to the name, you do get 1 or 2 dissonant notes. So you get, like, you know, like when you have 2 opposing notes playing and they doesn't quite sound right. That I usually consider the bad thing, but it can be used in clever ways to usually to make a piece of music quite unnerving. It kind of works when they do it in that game, although it's probably not considered one of the best soundtracks in the series. It's funny you mentioned that, because I was thinking about while I was moving over ROMs to my newly hacked that's been good music, while I was moving over ROMs to my newly hacked PlayStation Vita, I was thinking, like, going for the Game Boy Advance ones, I was thinking about Castlevania Circle of the Moon, which is a game I've wanted to get to for a while now. It's the only, I think I've said it on here before, but it's the only exploration 2D Castlevania game I've not, I don't think I've even played it in any capacity, let alone actually finished it. I've done all the other ones on, sorry, bear with me. There's going to be a lot of me pausing to kind of look at the map really closely. So I think... Ah! Oh, Circle of the Moon was nice. I remember reading about it. My distinct memory of it in magazines was NGC magazine. Well, there might still be an N64. In any case, they did like a test of all the light accessories for the Game Boy Advance. And they made a point of using that game just because it was so difficult to see on that original Game Boy Advance screen. In fact, it is kind of thought that Harmony of Distance has quite a vibrant look to it to combat that. Which of course can then be a little weird if I'm about to... Oh, no. Oh god damn, the game just threw everything there, didn't it? What else is new? Hello, Joa! How you doing, Joa? And Peds too, if you're there. So yeah, we're redoing some of the most difficult levels in this. Going by a little more... Oh god! God damn, man. Well, at the very least I know every cage I haven't got yet in this level. No, every cage to come in this level I definitely haven't got, so... Doing alright on that. Oh, you're still watching it, nice, Joe. Yeah, I've seen quite a few people are streaming Spyro, aren't they? Nick, a big one who, I'm glad to see he really likes it, 'cause obviously such a fan of the series. So, there's one. But, what do I cage? Hey! Oh yeah, I've had to use that. I think I've used the 100, well, 96 live cheat code like 4 times on this now, so we have burned through so many lives. So goddamn many. And to be honest, I'm not completely confident we'll be able to get through the last few levels with this match. No, I think I did read correctly. I've got one level to do. And then the final boss. I don't think it's just the final boss we'll be doing. After I've 100%, after I've gotten everything on this. Oh, that's a blind jump. I didn't have the map. I don't think I would have been able to find that. Maybe assumed there was something going that way, but... You've got bottomless pits everywhere, it's making blind jumps is a bit scary in a game like this. Oh, that's right, there was... Actually, hold on. Let's go back a sec. If I write... Oh, hold on. Let's jump on you. Ah, here we are. I think this is it, anyway. So we ride this across. Hooray! Remember that stumped me the first time through, and I was very close to checking the guide on that. Oh, nice. Even with like slavishly going through a guide, I still want some. I still want some responsibility or some credit. And miraculously, we get it, kind of. God, here we go. So yeah, we've got Oh, you reckon, Cricken? I don't know, man. There might be the few suspect cases of bizarre collision detection on those. I'm trying to think of in DKC if there'd be any particular kind of that should have been alright. I mean, that's always such a delicate balance in platformers in terms of, especially when you make contact with enemies, what parts of them you're okay. You're okay on what parts of them you're not. Yeah, I'm kind of baffled by that, really, Joe. It does not feel like a game built for a limited continue system at all. That feels very... Wow, you... And also, if they're going to have different kinds of clouds, could they make sure they use different appearances for... I'm pretty sure that got me the first time as well. Because those clouds are usually the ones that will just disappear after I go on them. There's one or two like that sneak one where they... where they just kind of appear and disappear intermittently. It's my favourite. Oh god. Ah. Oh Jesus. Oh man, yeah, well at the very least it being a rare game means it'll be optimised for 50. I mean... Yeah, I don't know, because I've played DKC both at 50 and 60. I don't know if there's really a speed difference. I mean, the 61 will be slightly smoother for obvious reasons. And unfortunately, the 50Hz one will also be crushed with black borders. So yeah, not the worst 50Hz game, although obviously 50Hz is never really ideal in a case like that. Yeah, fun fact, I read some of that, apparently Rare helped Nintendo with their 50Hz conversions later on in the 60 and 64 generation. Which is why they generally got pretty good by the end. I think there's still some exceptions. I think Majora's Mask is still pretty sluggish. That's why, like, a lot of early N64 games like Mario, Pilot Wings, and Wave Race, those are all slow in 50Hz, but then, like, I don't know, like Mario Tennis, sort of like 90,000 ones were better. I'm glad you enjoyed Mega Man 11 so much, man. It's, as I said, I think now we have the perfect... I think before I would have said people go to Mega Man 2. As their... Oh my god, I've just seen the Japanese Rayman cover. That's amazing. I've got to set that as the stream image, so... Bear with me. Yeah, like, I think... As I said, I'd point people to Mega Man 11 if they wanted to get into that series now. It's by far the most welcome in. Look at this! Isn't that adorable? Oh, I bloody love Japanese covers of Western games, like the Ratchet & Clank ones are amazing as well, and the Crash ones. Look at that! He looks like a toddler! And that logo, that balloon, that inflatable logo that looks like it's about to pop any moment. It's so good. Yeah, it's great. It's the anti, like, if you ever seen American Western, American Kirby covers. Actually, they're usually the same for us as well, but Western Kirby covers where they always make him angry. It's like the opposite of that. Look at it, it's so charming! It's so goddamn cute. Yeah, it's a lovely little game. Mega Man 11 is excellent, Jara. It's, I'd certainly rank them like the upper echelon of Mega Man stuff. So that's very good. Oh god. We've got so we've got a level with 6 parts, including one, you'll recognise it when we get to one bit that caused me a lot of trouble earlier. All because we missed one cage. Oh, Christ. So yeah, this could save the best until last. Well, it's funny because they haven't really changed his design radically. They've made him like he's making a similar expression in the American and the Western box art. I don't know what it's sold in Japan. It seems like something they would like. They dug. I mean, Crash was very popular there. I think Spyro probably did pretty well as well. So there are actually a few cases of Western games doing quite well over there. Although, mind you, they seem to take to a lot of the Western AAA games now, like Call of Duty and like some of the open world games sell quite well there as well. I think they're keen on those more than I am. So, I might have it, I don't know. There's a cage right. Oh god. I can't say what. Oh, that was good. Okay. Yeah, there should be a cage like quite high up here, which I. Oh no, I probably got this. Yeah, that's where it would be. Okay, so we can get through this this part. Just have to get to the end, basically. So that's okay. Yeah, I was somewhat conscious of how excited a stream this would be. Just doing their little scavenger hunts. It probably wouldn't have been that bad, but given that like cricket, Pairs and especially cricket, I've streamed a lot this week anyway. I thought I'd just do quite a bit of it off stream. So just kind of seeing the very tail end of me going back for 100% completion. Not to get a better ending, to get an ending at all. Such is this game. It's a bit cruel, frankly. As you say, Joe, I can't imagine many people beating this as intended. Like without a guide and without any kind of live sheet. Yeah, I was dreading redoing this level, but I will say there's a clever take on this, being able to like the way the light follows your hand. I'm good with that. Okay with that. Okay. Oh, we got 3 on this level. Yeah, so the funny thing is I've had to specifically make sure I'm looking at maps for the PS1 version, because they're different across there seem to be at least two variations where like the PC version has the same level design but the cages are in different places, which is something that really threw me off for a little while. So I'm just going by a guide which has the maps in different colours for their backgrounds, and with one specific colour being for this PS1 version. So that's it's been a bit of a journey getting there on this. Also, occasionally readability is not a major issue, but like this looks like I could just jump across there, but Like, that looks like it's behind Rayman. The wall terrain then. Alas. Oh, fuck! Yeah, I think first party 3DS stuff, it does alright in the UK charts, it seems like, but yeah, it's clearly not a especially thriving market at this point. I mean, the system is 7 years old now. So in a lot of ways, like, cause I feel like Nintendo's trying to kind of keep it as a budget system. It's quite nice, really. Not every family will be able to afford the Switch very easily. But I don't know if they would just go to like a cheap tablet or something, I'm not sure. Really, Cricket? Well, I guess in some ways that's not too surprising, given that Nintendo, the UK's never been that strong a region for them. I mean, DS and Wii still did ludicrously well for them. I mean, that generation was funny because it, like, all three consoles ended up selling pretty well in the end. Like, Wii definitely had the edge for a while, but it had slightly less longevity. But I think it's still on top out of the three overall. Like, 360 and PS3 were quite neck and neck for a while. I think eventually PS3 won out, but obviously that was a very good generation for Microsoft. Easily their most successful one. Look at them all. That's one thing I dig when you get 2D games past the 16-bit generation, where they can just put loads of sprites on the screen. That's one thing I love with the Paper Mario game on GameCube, 1000 Year Duel. Just they just put so many little paper characters on screen. It's great fun. Oh god. Yeah, I think 360 is probably up there for a lot of people. It seems like. I certainly have a lot of respect for like a lot of the firsts that it did. A lot was to do with the online space, and the big one for me, of course, being Xbox Live Arcade. And how influential that was in terms of retro releases and whatnot. Of course, I like that side of it. I still really like the 360 controller as well. I've got like a mythical one which actually has the right D-pad. I think probably because it was a later produced one. But like the D-pad's actually pretty precise on mine. Like it's worn in a bit now, but I got quite lucky there, I think. The funny thing is, there's a really good video by Kim Justice on YouTube. Soft Skeletons from Fighting have one that kind of touches on this as well. How much Microsoft tried to kind of go after Japan with the 360. Like they gave it a good shot. Like they had quite a few RPGs on there, like Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey. I mean, that was the big thing. They kind of courted the Hironobu Sakaguchi, Mr. Final Fantasy himself after he had left Square, basically. I mean, that did pretty alright for them for a while, but I think they were just... It was an uphill battle to just try and keep that momentum. Yeah, that is the thing. I got a lot of views out of my 360, but it's not. I don't think of it as a system with that many exclusives, at least ones that are really kind of my bag. Hooray! Yeah, the arc on when you're meant to jump on those. I don't know if I said it was terribly obvious. Ah! Well, I could swear I went across here before. Oh god. Every once in a while they do like to kind of go crazy Mario Maker level on this and just put loads of fins at once. There's clouds here. I feel something with activator. Okay, I'd probably have to watch a video for this, because there should be a cage here, at least one other point I was at earlier. Hey, Graham. Graham, I'm getting confused. So confused. Right, we got a gameplay video up. Let's have a look. Yeah, as I say, forgive me if this is sort of an awkwardly paced stream. So how did they activate? Yeah, forgive me, please bear with me while I try and figure out exactly what I meant to do, yeah. Oh man. So why is that cage on theirs but not on mine? Might have to actually read a written guide, because I... Yeah, so this is strange. There should be a cage here. But there also should be the cage earlier in this level. I'm so glad 100% is a requirement on this. I'm so glad. Oh. It might not be on for too long, Pez, because I save stated not that long ago. And I still am procrastinating on changing that hotkey. It can wait. Oh, it was really difficult to get here as well. What up? Why is no cage here? I'll just go across. You got Jeopardy on, have you, Graham? Yeah, there should be. Oh god, there should be a cage here as well. Because I've only gotten one cage on this. Unless it was. No. I knew this would be headache inducing. Oh god. I'm sure I got that one. And then... Tell you what, we're restarting this level. Because it's made of 6 parts anyway. And I think we've possibly missed one in the first part. Which we do not want on a 6-part level, because if we do every part without getting something from that first part, we have to do it all again. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Kirkon. Dance, DK, dance. Oh, look at that, 99%. We're so tantalisingly close, but we've saved like the most annoying level for last. Very good. Wait, oh god, I'm an idiot. Hold on. No, okay. We did actually restart. I mean, well, we did, but we don't have to, because I somehow got it in my head I only had 1 cage on this whole level, but it's not that I have 1 cage, I'm missing 1 cage. I got confused. Whenever I play next, I need it to be free of this kind of scavenger hunting percentage. Chasing kind of craziness. Maybe better for the stream as well, anyway. I don't know, can you get second-hand fiddliness from watching someone else deal with something fiddly? Oh, no, wait, hold on. Oh, I thought I was meant to go down this way, but that can't be right, can it? No. But yeah, so... No, I think I am meant to go down there, but how are you... Oh dear. A lot, Graham. Quite a lot. Easily 300 plus. Oh, actually, hold on. There we go. I misread the environment there. Easily, actually, probably 400 plus, I mean. This is why I'm happy they don't matter on our playthrough. Like, even if I had tried to do it without using that cheat, I would have quickly succumbed when I realised what that would have been in for. And it's really the only way I can recommend playing this, to be honest. Aha! Oh, there we go. Alright, oh, okay, we're fine. I think we've actually now got every cage in the game, unless whatever level's left. Oh, you know what's annoying as well? I remember landed here and landed on that exit sign and not wanted to, so if I just so happened not to have landed on that, I wouldn't have had to redo all 6 parts of this level. But yeah, I think we actually... Oh god, I forgot about you. I think we actually have every cage now. Unless there's any more like in an extra level we might be about to do, but we've saved them all, guys! We've saved all the toon little grapefruit people. I must be so happy. I think they're part of the same species as Grimace from McDonald's. The little baby Grimaces. Not as plump. I've certainly never seen them grimace, but I've never seen Grimace, so... Oh, I know. So yeah, just it's weird because I've got the relief of like, okay, I just have to get to the end of the level now, but... We are talking one of the hardest, if not the hardest levels of the game that's already very hard, so... Small mercies. Oh. Oh, at least that was quite quick. Newcomer difficulty.
Jackpot.
That might be one of my favourite sound effects we've got on there. Certainly one of the ones we can get the most use out of. And it really, really does make a victory feel ever so sweeter. Which is nice. Because usually the path to that victory on these streams is bloody tough. So I'll certainly take it. It's okay, Jara. It's all good. Oh god. Punch you. Jump onto you. Yeah, so this level's not, okay. If I say this level's not that bad, it's going to end up being bad, but this phase, I don't remember struggling too much with this. I mean, it might get nasty now. The final phase of this, though, you might remember, is the one where I was... that's either next or the one after next, I think. Oh yeah, this! Oh god, my favourite level. Tell you what, I'll be back in a second, guys. Quick toilet break. There you go, Cricket.
Glaub an dich, bald ist es soweit. Wir werden bei dir sein. Cyber, leb deinen Traum, denn er wird wahr. Geh deinen Weg, stelle dich der Gefahr. Alles, was wichtig ist, wirst du erkennen, wenn die Zeit gekommen ist. Ja, greif nach den Sternen, du bist bereit. Glaub an dich, bald ist es soweit. Wir werden bei dir sein. Erleben. Du musst diesen Test bestehen. Es kommt der Tag, an dem du dein Ziel erreichst. Ein Digimon wird dich begleiten, der beste Freund in allen Zeiten. Ihr seid ein Team, werdet alle Abenteuer bestehen. Wow, 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 wow. Wir bleiben Freunde, was auch immer passiert. Wow, 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 wow. Doch wir wissen nicht, was morgen sein wird. Leb deinen Traum, denn er wird wahr. Geh deinen Weg, stelle dich der Gefahr. Alles, was wichtig ist, wirst du erkennen, wenn die Zeit gekommen ist. Ja, greif nach den Sternen, du bist bereit. Glaub an dich, bald ist es soweit. Wir werden bei dir sein.
Oh, there we go. Oh my god. This is the full version, isn't it? Wow. Good lord, how long does this go on for? I'll tell you what, I'll let you have that on. Actually, I remember this level having a very good song, actually. Okay, well let's play for like half a minute. I was going to have it play over the game audio, but I forgot this level actually has a really nice song. Yeah, this is rad. I don't know, is this like the first Digimon theme? Like, I don't know what this is. I know it works really well in German. That's way better than R1. Is that more faithful to the Japanese one or something? 'Cause it's obviously a completely different melody. Yeah, I saw that. Oh, we got the US one. Whereas, like, at least Germany and maybe other European countries, they got the It's just based on the Japanese one, yeah. I mean, that one's memorable, but I don't know if I'd call it good. They got a way better one. Ah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, I saw that, Peds. That's a really cool setup with the Wii U he's got, yeah. Well, I say Wii U in quotation marks there. Although it's funny because, like, speaking of, like, we were talking about box art, we sometimes do get, well, probably not as much these days, but we do usually get the Japanese box art. Like, if you look at, like, various Final Fantasy releases, we got the, like, the really classy, just sort of white background with the logo. Speaking of classy. Whereas in America, like, they usually get, like, the action pose. I think that's not recently, though, where, like, everywhere got the kind of generic cover for Final Fantasy 15. But yeah, like, Metal Gear Solid was the same, actually, on PS1. I guess having an action character do actiony things is less required of you on the cover. Oh fuck! Of course I was gonna die to you! Hiya, Balian! We're near the end, you bet. I'm doing this bit as a formality, basically, because I've got every cage now. But this is the last part of a 6-part stage, which had the last cage I was missing. So unfortunately we have to redo this bit, which might be my least favourite section in the game, despite the lovely little laid-back tune we've got here. That's primarily because of that jerk! I keep forgetting that. You just got this really precarious platforming coupled with those finicky, unpredictable enemies. I mean, the collision detection seems pretty generous, but I mean, it's still... Well, this bit's pretty damn... Yeah, like, if you look, it's not fussy about where I'm standing on the bulls, but... Oh, fuck me, okay. That was stupid. Yeah, some of them are alright. I remember the Final Fantasy X one being pretty, the American one for that not being very good. Well, to be fair, their FF7 cover is really nice. The one of Cloud's sort of looking away from the kind of perspective we're looking at, him facing Midgard. Oh, that's a really cool shot. Yeah, those enemies. Right. See, I would have thought it would jump at me, like right as I leapt from where I was. But no, waited a bit and then waited to go after me as I. And yeah, everyone is going to die to that first time as well, which unfortunately that does go into the trial and error design of this game. I can do all this bit fine. Right, so it's... Shut up, you! I forgot how much that laugh made every death even worse. Yeah, to be honest, if it wasn't for that enemy... Shut up, Ganondorf! Ganondorf, you wish your moblins were like half as annoying and deadly as that. Little walrus fish, whatever it is.
Welcome to the Circus of Value!
Let's say hello, Nick, then. Guess that works. Ooh. Yeah, this is where having knockback, Castlevania style knockback is especially not much fun. Whoa! Would you look at that? Ah! Fuck you! Those bloody fish, man. The moment I realised I was going to have to redo this level, I wasn't a very happy one. Ah, such evil. Yeah, that was a quick time event. No checkpoints as well. Always my favourite. There we go. Again, they're very clever. They put like really nice, happy, relaxing music on these levels. That was very clever. Remember I said I wasn't that confident we'd be able to do this without going through all our lives? I think this is mostly why. Well, I don't really have a good idea of what the final boss will be like, so that'll be interesting. This game had better have a good ending as well. Like all these years later after I first played it, there's always been that mystery over what lies beyond having gone every cage and going to the final section. Better not underwhelm, Rayman. This is great, you got like those hammer projectiles, you've got the bloody fish. And you got two. Oh fuck! Oh. Maybe then I should jump to the. I can't remember why I did that originally. Maybe I should jump to the previous one. Seriously, how good is that Japanese boxer? Every time I look to the monitor, I see that again, and whatever negative feelings I just had over this level just kind of dismantle upon seeing that. Ooh. Oh, would you? Oh, God. Oh, God, I got two of them, you know? Should've made that. Oh, yeah, can you imagine if it had like some sort of check to say, you cheated with infinite lives, now we, could it, well, for that matter, Pet, could Joe not have just like invested into a bridge building business or something more helpful than this? There we go. Oof. Oh, I hate that. Thank God, that's the only, as far as I know, it's the only level that enemy appears on. God, is it wretched? Did he just save and start again? He ballsed it up. How appropriately worded. God damn it, Joe. Hooray! Oh, thank God. Hooray! Okay. I think we needed that, didn't we? Ah, there we are. So... bear with me a sec. Speaking of Final Fantasy. So yeah, there we go. Path to the exit has finally shown up. We've got like 27 lives. Let's see if we, here he is, Mr. Dark Stare. And that is his name, and he's in the Candy Chateau. So few people have seen that image. Oh god. Oops. Oh, bad, it's jump, jump, slide. Rayman, I know this mode of transportation is thematically appropriate, but are you sure it was a good show, man? No, god. What? Am I meant to build a Bentham? Or... ah, there we go. Oh, right! Okay. I guess the syrup... I think it's syrup. I guess that's hazardous. Good to know. Oh my lord. Yeah, it's funny, I recognise this from a screenshot, but it never clicked this would be what you'd be doing right at the end of this at the end of this. I mean, why would it? It's not really... I didn't think of this as being final level, feedback, but... oh! I don't think he ever shows up again. Oh god. Oh! We got Mega Rayman! Oh no. Oh god. Ah, oh, slippery surfaces, of course. Oh, there, Joe. Just a spoonful of it, though. I regret nothing. So yeah, we have got a bit of platforming. But we've got every cage, so... just need to get to the end. Which is good with this fella following us. I admire this bizarre, bold choice to go with such a weird theme for the, climactic level. At least I assume it's just this. Little sparse bits of percussion to drive us along. So what is this? Is that what we like a lemon cake? Is that what that is? If so, lemon's not really my favourite. My favourite dessert. This is just like, is this when they got the idea for like the Shadow Mario levels in Galaxy and whatnot? I played something else that had this as well, where they, you have like a shadow version of you. Oh wait, hold on, they did this in the later Rayman games as well. Rayman Legends had levels like this as well. Oh bugger. Is that what this is a reference to? Or is that what that was? Is this what that was referring to, I wonder? Oh, no wonder I died at instant death, wow. Oh god, this game wasn't brutal enough. So there's no checkpoint on this either, although... in the level where you're meant to keep moving, I guess you can't really stop to have your photo taken. Let's think about that for a moment, the full-on villain of the game only does one bit of damage to me, but... this jerk's an instant death. Oh god. Oh! Weird painty classy Mario. Sonic Adventure 2. Yeah, I guess you kind of got a shadow chasing you though. I'll make this one eat their silent words. Oh, okay. Don't seem to recall struggling with that first time, but... Yeah, I don't mind this kind of challenge. It's a nice kind of, I like a bit of tension in my games, and this, you definitely kind of feel the need to, you need to rush. Cricket, that's a fabrication. I never said that. Why would I say something so outlandish? Oh, fuck's sake. Oh no, I want to see if we can really get through without using all our lives, but I'm starting to doubt that. I really have no idea how many phases we've got to this final stage, so this is quite interesting. There we go. So you can kind of, if you're clever, you can kind of play with the fact you know they'll do exactly what you do. So you kind of jump over them at the right point. Oh god. Looks pretty terrifying, doesn't it? Oh! What?! Oh, I gotta do a running jump there, I guess. Alright. Oh, that sucks, Jar. I hate it. Because I heard they, I understand YouTube kind of did that out of pressure from. I think I read correctly. I think it was pressure from record companies. Which doesn't really surprise me, given record companies are horrible corporateness, but their history of being like that. But yeah, it's weird to be with Twitch, because you wouldn't think that would be an issue with that. Yeah, because I often like to kind of, and that's kind of why, like, when I'm in bed, I have both my Kindle, which is my only tablet, and my phone on as well, so I can, usually I'll have a video on the Kindle, be that Twitch or YouTube, and then the phone for browsing. Even though it'd be much more ideal just to kind of be able to do it all on one device. Oh, you're shitting me! Oh, no you're not. Oh, thank you for not shitting me. God damn, that was close. Oh, hello. Oh, he's reversed my controls. Good. No, we'll do it legit. I'd be so tempted just to change them on the retro arch config, but so, oh god, I'm going to undo however many hours I've been playing this on muscle memory. Yeah, so all it is left is right and right and left, but that's a lot to. So we're going through a bizarre desert-themed land, and having pranks done on us by the villain. This is such a bizarre way to end the game. I think I like it. pretty sure I do. It's also, we got clowns as well. So weird.
Welcome to the circus of value!
Yeah, there we go. Took me a moment to realise what, like, who was talking about a circus? Oh right, I was. Yeah, but my recommendation, because this has a password system as well,
Must go faster.
I'll do what I can, Jeff, buddy. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'd really recommend for most people they just kind of do a playthrough of this Infinite Lives code. And then, it depends how... I don't know, unfortunately I'm too much of a square that I feel like I want to at least beat it by the book, at least complete the game by the book somewhat. But I would recommend for a lot of people they just get to like the level before this, and then just put a password in. That gives them access to this level. Maybe I would have felt compelled to do that if I didn't have a bit of history with this game. Oh, being generous with checkpoints now, right? I can dig that. Oh, fuck! Just as well! Okay, I can really dig that. Oh, man. That makes me more nervous than precarious platforming on slippery surfaces. Oh, God. Whoa! Oh, God. Whoa! What? Okay, my controls are back to normal now. So how close I was to going off the edge there. Oh god, you could have reversed them. Oh! Okay, now we're in an auto runner. I can only jump. Hello? 2D Temple Run, I guess? It's pretty neat actually to get like lots of little having to adapt to all sorts of little tricks going on. This game's got a good bit of variety in it. Oof! That was a bit of a journey, wasn't it? Into a modern AAA game. Christian Whitehead, sort this shit out. Oh? Oh. Would you stop fucking... That's my fair... Oh, he keeps fucking with me. I like the effect on his projectiles. Oh no, is it going to be one of those cases where I die first time and I'm back to 3 health points? So yeah, I'm a bit defenseless for the moment. Well, apparently I am doomed. Yeah, I've definitely never seen this boss one, like even in screenshots, so... It's got kind of a Gunstar Heroes attack pattern going on there. And there's a boss in that game who has a similar kind of wave pattern to that. Oh, the music here is pretty sweet as well. Oh. It's already my permanent state of being. I want it to be reinforced. Ah, help me out, guys! Help me out. Hooray! What? He's put two earlier bosses together. Oh god. Oh, is this gonna be a boss rush then? Oh, don't tell me I've got a... Oh, no, okay. It's at least nice enough to put us here. Oh, you fuck. Thank you, Graham. Like the stained glass windows as well, with like those all bosses we fought previously as well. Reminds me of where you get the Master Sword in Wind Waker for the sages. The stained glass windows. Oh god, it's as if this game. Oh, so we got like 2 spacemen. Oh, don't tell me we've got to do all that. Oh. This is pretty creative, at least. Like we're getting kind of meldings of. So it's kind of a boss rush, but they're kind of smushed 2 together for each one. It looks like. What I'm less keen on is it looks like we've got to do all this on 3 hits. 3 health points. So there's a space mama mixed with... Yeah, we're gonna have to use the lives code again, aren't we? Okay, this one's not too... Oh, fuck! Okay, I guess it is too preferred. This bit I'm not terribly confident on. Ah! I don't know if that'll be a case of if they both die at the same time or if they have their own kind of health bars. So I could kill one before the other, which would be ideal. Oof, kill that one fine. I start to get hopeful we might not have to use the cheat code again. We'll have to. Ah, damn it, I really can't afford to take a hit at this guy. Right, don't jump yet, don't... Oh, bugger off! Oh! Oh god. This one's quite amazing. Must be got a weird collision detection, I don't understand. I could really do with 5 hit points for this. I don't think that's unreasonable for ask. It just gave me a power power moves on you. Oh! Like a Rayman keeps smiling throughout all of this. Oh, is it? This is one of the coolest takes I've. There's not. Oh, okay. We found an exploit. I think we have it anyway. This one actually doesn't seem too bad. Plus they have flatulent shoes, and that's very funny. That's what mine are starting to sound like. I need new ones. Huh. Now we fight him now, I take it?
You've done it. You've saved the world.
Wait, is that...
Jackpot.
But we didn't fight him ourselves, though. What? So we don't actually fight him directly? It was a cool boss rush, but I was expecting it to actually culminate in an actual fight with him. Also, it sounded like music skipped there, so I didn't know if something was strange there, but... Bit of a Zant fight, yeah, maybe. Huh. Can you do that again? Where did I put the save stay? I can't remember. So are the bosses all good? Because it was showing us the bosses that are like... Are we meant to be happy they're okay though? Were they... turn bad? Or... Well, the bright side, we actually did do it without having to do another cheat code, so I like that. See you soon is right. Okay, that ending's not worth it. Like at all. It was like a 5-second fireworks film of a voiceover. Wow. Pens. Pens not happy. Yeah, no, to be fair, it was a cool final level. It was a weird final level thematically. I wouldn't have predicted it would have that theme into it, and it was a cool kind of motif of the villain constantly messing with us. Not speaking of the devil. It just always sits weirdly with me though. We don't like have a proper fight with the bad guy. Where did I put the save state? No, yeah, not that one. Oh damn it! It was right at the start. Feel fulfilled. I don't think. You know, let's have a look at the Rayman wiki entry for Mr. Dark. I don't think he does. Aside, like he was in the. Oh, you know what? As well, actually, the Game Boy Color Rayman game, which I probably got to do. Actually, I probably could stick that on quickly. I'm sure you fight him in that. So you fight him in the handheld spin-off, but not in the. I think that is one of the coolest takes I've seen on a boss rush, where it wasn't even really the same boss as before. Oh, apparently cameos in Rayman 3 and... Oh, there's like a character that dresses up as him in Rayman Origins, but... It does feel like we missed something almost, like... okay, well, hold on, Graham. Rayman, and then...
Sailors? I'll look for some.
Oh god, that video stretched to widescreen, we're not doing that. Yeah, unfortunately, if I'd had a save state... Oh, this one is as well, I think. And this one's got a blurry filter on it as well, that's not okay. Oh, that one's the worst video quality I've ever seen. Oh god. Yeah, if I put a save state right before the final boss grab, I would have just done it again, because it's once you know it, it's not too bad. Yeah, screw it, I'll just have to be one of the... Alright, there we go. Let me, Let me stick, Oh, damn it, display capture's been weird. I've had trouble with that before. Let's see if I can just do it through, game capture. Except it's not coming up as that. No, I'm trying to build up a video of it for Graham to see, and also, to be honest, also to just check I didn't miss anything. It almost feels like I did. That's really weird. I mean, I guess, it just feels weird we didn't fight him in his actual form. It sits weirdly with me. Oh, God, I'm sorry about this, guys, though. Tell you what, maybe if I rotate my monitor like that. Some reason, I'm trying to use the fin that just captures the, Oh no, that's not working either. Ugh. Yeah, sorry man, you might have to look this up on YouTube. You might have to put up a YouTube video on your stream, fine, didn't you, Kraken? I just can't believe how short that ending was. Ah, wait, hold on. Oh, can I see black now? That's good. Fit the screen. Oh, hold on, look at that is. It's capturing that one, right? But why does it not like Chrome? Ugh. Rubbish. CLR. Forgive me, I'm not really sure what that is. Use an exploit. Perhaps he was the truth villain. I didn't really use an oh, I did use an exploit, kind of. Well, well, it was a strange sort of thing where it just kept staggering when I kept hitting it. Surprisingly pretty easy in that sense, once I realised. When you add sources, CLR says browser. Because I got the option to add a browser, not CL. I'm not sure what CLR is. Forgive me. It's got like audio input, output, browser, color source, display capture, game capture, etc., etc. This is window. I'm not sure I even knew there was like an OBS and an OBS Studio thing. If I do a like I got the browser there, it won't. I suspect this won't work, but no. Oh, wait. No. It actually will, but how do I? I want to get the ad out. Alright, I guess this I'll have to do. This is really not ideal. Is there really no way to interact with it? And commercialist. Well, he fought it, it's gone now, hooray! Just want to be able to move forward in this video. Oh man, this boss was full of how was I meant to know that? Because this game, I could see how it's speedrun because it really does benefit from memorization, knowing every little pattern. Like a lot of platformers do, but I feel especially this one does. Yeah, some. I think he'll be next. Oh god damn it! It's still a little ways behind. Yeah, well, it's funny because he had the body of another boss. As I said, they were kind of fusing two bosses together for the but like you notice he had that attack during the final thing. Let's see. Is that a bit better? Add windows, select. Yeah, I tried doing that. It doesn't seem to want Chrome at all. Yeah, just because it's a black screen. So, what part of this did you see, Grant? Because this is the closest we come to. I feel like this is the closest we come to fighting him as he is. This is a pretty cool little section, actually. Actually, you know what? That reminds me of like a mix of because Dracula often does that. He puts two pillars of fire either side of you in various Castlevania games. And as I said, that wave pattern is from the Gunstar Heroes boss. Yeah, I use dark mode as well, so since I brought the browser up in this way, it's not signed in, so that's what I was trying to do, quick display capture as well, I just wasn't playing ball. OBS is a pain occasion though. So yeah, this is what I was quite surprised, Grant, because as I say, he's got the body of one boss, but the head of that scorpion one we just fought. Which, as I say, credit where credit's due, that's a really cool way to reuse bosses. I mean, granted, this one's not that different from his Scorpion form, he's sort of stuck right now. But yeah, because it probably would have been a bit much to have to fight every single boss individually, especially with 3 hit balls. And then, yeah, here's the farty shoes. This again, speaking of weird ways to end the game, this is the last form of the last boss. Look at that. You wouldn't think this was the final boss. Just like the most flatulent note on the trombone. And yeah, this bit I was just very kind of, oh, but we're gonna fight the boss now, right? And then we didn't.
You've done it. You've saved the world.
So it's basically playing the intro of the game, but with After Effects on, and different voiceover. And it's taking place at night as well, but. And then, yeah, I don't know who the bottom character is. Was that Joe? No, Joe was an alien, a green alien. Oh my god, that Pac-Man boss! What the hell is that? That's frightening. Yep, Grub. That's it. Actually, it's a shame this video's got like the link, the thumbnails on it. There's some fun images, yeah, but. Oh.
Play Splatoon 2 at home and perfect those
I'm not a
splatties.
shell yet. I can be persuaded easily. Yeah, so I guess that was more about closing a just to have finally beaten that, but yeah. Oh no, I do have Rayman Gold. Just show you the Game Boy Color one quickly, because I get every fun. So check this out, this is FMV on the Game Boy Color. Well, it doesn't look that much worse than the PS1 FMV, really. Quality-wise. Oh, and I've got fond memories of this game, but... Actually, it's not the worst password system, but... As a kid, I always felt gypped if a game didn't give you a save battery. There was they did a Game Boy Color game based on Rayman 2 that did, so... That's nice at least. But yeah, this is a really nice little, at least from memory, really nice little handheld spin-off. Some really nice little, I guess visual novel style CGs, isn't it? There he is. I swear you actually fight him in his costume in this version as well. Some cool in-person artwork, isn't it? Oh god, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mispronounce this. Zuizi? Zuizi? You thought this was Rayman 2, did you? No, we just got done with Rayman 1 on PS1. Because I do love Rayman 2, I played it on Dreamcast back in the day. And just for fun, because we got a bit of time left, to just put on the Game Boy Color one. You got fond memories of Rayman 2, have you, Zuizi? Well, it's also like, with old games on cartridges, if they have a small ending, it's at least like what they had next to their room. They had a whole CD. Look at that longer ending than that. There's more dialogue in this one than the PS1 game. Oh, there's some really cool striking artwork here. Although for the music, they I guess like a 5-second loop was all they needed. It's got some... Yeah. Oh, Rayman sprite. So they did the smart thing where they didn't try and like have a really big Rayman sprite. They did Super Mario Land 1 as opposed to Super Mario Land 2, basically. Oh, you know what as well? I remember this game. I do believe this. I don't know if it does the same thing where you've got to 100% it, but I remember kind of going back through levels to get cages. I think it does a similar thing to that. I remember this as well. There's something weird about you get this key. I think it's like I think that's like an infrared thing where you send that to someone else for the game. Via the Game Boy Color's infrared port, you get like a commodified joy and happiness. I don't know. Yeah, I remember quite liking this. It follows a similar path to the. Actually, the weird thing is, I believe this song here is from Rayman 2 as well. It's especially weird because, as I said, they did do a Rayman Game Boy Color game based on Rayman 2. Yeah, actually, this might have asked you to. Oh, good. Tell you what, actually, let's see. Does this have limited continues? Oh my god! It's a bit ominous, isn't it? Oh well, Rayman died. So... okay, I do remember this, so I definitely would have game over the number of times. Oh wait, is this back on the first level? No, second. So this one's actually nicer than that. Probably out of necessity, really, given that it has got password save. We don't have limited continues on this one. So we'd in fact be able to do this legit.
Hello. Hello.
I do get kind of multiple fights from this actually, so it's good night, Joe. Thanks for 2 then. Yeah, decent little portable spin-off there. It's nice little Game Boy Color game. As I say, I appreciate they made the Rayman sprite quite small, so it's not like... Oh god. So it's not like a really cramped playfield at least. It seems to slow down a bit, mind you. Yeah, you got like... It's one of those... There's quite a few handheld games like this, where it's kind of the console game in terms of like level theme, some music, definitely some enemies, but yeah, it's quite big on Rayman as a kid. Like, as I say, I really got into the first one ever at Friend's house. It's probably would have been the first one I owned because I had Rayman 2 on Dreamcast as well, but I think that would have come after those. Dead. Dead. Yeah, it's been years since I've played those. Yeah, I might recognise those enemies from the console one. Yeah, and hey, this has beheadings years before Resident Evil 4 did, apparently. So this has cages as well, and as I say, at the very least it lets you go back through levels. I remember there being like kind of a hub area where you could revisit levels that you needed. So if you look like on the bottom status bar on the screen, it counts how many cages you've got. Very fun. Let's stream that at some point. So we've got a little bit of time left. Might put this up to the oh, I tell you what, actually. LOL. LOL. Lol, 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 lol. Okay, so while I play this wonderfulness, I was thinking either stream Castlevania Circle of the Moon on Game Boy Advance, we were talking about that earlier, or Phantasy Star 1. Or could do Demon's Crest actually, yeah. This is Demon's Crest. He's sure beds. But yeah, any votes one way or the other? Probably like for like half an hour. Or at least that's what I'll plan. I'll probably go later than that, no, maybe. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You two. No. I'm not going back in. Oh god. This world makes no sense. Oh, Jesus fuck. There we go. Oh, fuck's sake. Get back off, you little green shrimp. You don't want more Rayman, but if I did the second one, I'm trying to think. I guess the PC version, although it. Ooh. Oh, there's meant to be Reese's Pieces. Oh, I made the smiley face appear. Oh, it's a flower! Oh, this game can't be bad. Look at that. Oh, 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 oh. I want to play a Rayman game that looks like the Japanese cover there. I'm still on that as being my favourite thing. Ooh. This has got fast forward in it. This has got like my fast forward film. I mean, I'm fuck's sake. Well, yeah, the PS2 versions must be quite radically different. Kind of want to have the Dreamcast version runs on emulation as well. I think I did download an ISO of it. I think I was playing up a bit. But yeah, what do we fancy? Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Phantasy Star 1, or Demon's Crest. Oh, that's right, yeah, they had Banjo-Kazooie, didn't they? It did on the Dreamcast, but it would have had on the N64 one, wouldn't it? Ow! Damn it, the fence got me! Not the first time today. To be honest, I'm leaning towards Circle of the Moon. I wouldn't mind getting the star on that. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I think he took something from me. You arse. Right, let's go for a Scarper. You'll be disappointed whatever I pick. Why is that oddly comforting? What if there's all the options? You got anything else in mind? I'm leaning towards Circle of the Moon, so we might do that. Oh, fuck's sake. Is this a... Oh, it's not a flower. I want to sprout another flower. Oh, God. Get off me, miss. No, miss. Not okay. Yeah, Peds, I noticed that as well. I almost wondered if this was a ROM hack with that added. How unfortunate. Yeah, I don't... oh no! Oh no! Elliot got... I died and then Elliot got reincarnated as me. Bloody hell, man. Video game storytelling came a long ways when this came out. Yeah, I must say, I wasn't as impressed with Rayman as I thought. I mean, I admire that the team seemed to be fans of E2, but... Oh, fuck. There's so many ways to read that. there, and all of them are disconcerting. I'm gonna die again now, so give me that, give me that, give me that. That E.T. skeleton is so awful. Oh god. Cheers, Elliot, you got the magic touch for it. Ah! Speak out the patch for. Ow! Fuck! Oh god! Right, okay, okay. Uh-oh. Huh. What the fuck is that with a Atari game called Earth Dies Screaming as well? We will play Circle on the Moon, but this is quite funny. Where is it? Evil Dead? Haunted House Hack? Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Sega Gakko. No, I want to play Pepsi Invaders, the Coke licensed game where you shoot Pepsi. Where is it? It's like a really rare cartridge as well. There we go. Pepsi Invader Coke wins. There we go. I lie down the corporate shill. There we go. Hey. Oh, fuck you, Pepsi. Anyway, yeah. I've had my fun. Ooh, hold on, bear with me. I've actually... I'm sure I've got Circle of the Moon on, yeah. What is that? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I don't know how much. I don't know how much of this we'll play, or if we'll commit to this tonight. Whoa, that's from Bronze of Blood, isn't it? That music, Cricken. It's pretty neat. Oh, I don't want Japanese Rayman box art to go because it was really lovely that, but alas. Yeah, it also becomes a bit awkward with GBA games. They've got a weird aspect ratio. They're not quite widescreen, but they're not far off. Thank you, Xanthan. Hello, everyone who's just joined in. You just missed E.T. No joke. You poor people. I guess I'll go with that. It is spiritually Rayman. It is very spiritually Rayman. I think it's because it's an opening demo. Sometimes opening demos you don't get music. Okay, unlike last time, we actually will change the title of the right. If anyone can come up with a Castlevania Circle of the Moon pun, please let me know, because I want one for a stupid title, but nothing's immediately coming to mind. What do you reckon? Put the game on Twitch as Retro or Castlevania Circle of the Moon? Because I'm never really sure of retro stuff. He's not Rain Man. Well, that's a start, parents. Can anyone think of anything? Not shit. Sorry, Ben, love you, really. Go for retro, is it? Cool. How do you like Spyro, Xanthan?
Objection!
Oh my goodness. Square of the Moon. Yeah, do I, Ah, that's fun, man. I kind of want the background on, like either side of the game, but well, GBA games are weird. Aspect ratio. Tell you what, as well, if I try the scan lines, we're back on scan lines again. Of course we are. How does that look on stream? So it might be a bit better on this because it's a lower resolution. There might not be issues with. That's great. I can't wait for that to hit PC. I'll probably get. Well, I'll wait to see if it's a good PC pull, but I'll probably grab it straight away. Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards this, especially after talking about it, and after Rayman being in the mood to do bucket list games. This is what I've wanted to get to for a good while. Maybe, I won't make promises, but maybe Demon's Crest could be the next retro game we do on here. Clearly the least loved viewer. But yeah, does that look alright, the scan lines? They seem alright on OBS. Because they look really nice with them on, so I kind of want to keep them on, but I don't want the stream to suffer. What's that Crossroads box about in the top left? Sure, but I would like to play. I do want to get to Demon's Crest one day. Yeah, what's that Crossroads film? There we go. We'll pretend this is Babby Jazz and playing this when it came out. It was like 10. Castle Grania! Magnificent. I like it. 1830s, that's after Simon Belmont, I think? Old Austrian castle. So, try to imagine playing this on a GBA screen. Unlit. Enjoy the fact you can actually see it. Oh, this one was made non-canon, was it? We crave the presence of the embodiment of the suffering, the ruler of darkness. Oh, there he is. He showed up quick. He's waiting for this moment to be awake again. Was it by his hand he was once again given flesh? He was brought here by a human. We should to pay him tribute. See, we got a promoted fangirl here, meeting her.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets. But enough talk. How about you?
How do I do that again, Peds? I would have assumed you'd have that being mods. Yeah, he's a bit funny, isn't he? Or at least he was. Morris Baldwin, you cannot be that name sounds familiar, actually. Morris Baldwin. Was he like the 64 one, maybe? Cannot be that. Take the world. I remember. Yes, this is in continuity with something else. You've aged. Oh, cheers, Drac. Oh no. Oh bother. I'm not Rain Man. Ow, cricket. Poor Joe. I'm thinking if the chat's going to cover the dialogue like that. Oh, cheers, Hugh. prove him wrong. So the one thing I know with this game that people don't like, you got like double tap left or right to run, I believe. Yeah, not bad looking launch GBA game. I've because of the shade, the scanline shading, we've got this quite bright actually. It's alright, isn't it? No, it's quite bright by default, to be fair. Let's go with that one. It's only again, they've gone for pretty small sprites on this actually as well, so they're not as detailed. It also means they can't reuse sprites like they generally would later, so oh god. Hey, thank you, Beds. DK can finally boogie. He's always wanted. Nice, I'm glad to hear that, because again, I'm a bit funny about... like, I think it might be an easier call here, with the GBA being the lower resolution, so it might not suffer as badly as on the PS1 game. To be fair, it's still quicker than like any classic Belmont for like the NES games. Certainly quite a bit of a jump to him, isn't there? Yeah, it's right. I've heard mixed things about this game. It seems to be one. Oh yes, yeah, I recognise this track. What's this one from? This didn't originate here, did it? It's a really damn good Castlevania song. Yeah. But yeah, I have heard like the Retronauts podcast, and I think they've I remember them saying they weren't that keen on this these days. I think it hadn't aged very well, or at least like had been bettered by everything that came after it. I don't know how sensitive I'll be to that, because it's been a while since I've played like any of the Castlevanias that came after this. All wiggly worms. Oh good, they're right underneath me. Oh no, we have got the... Nice. That was not this. Yeah, good first impressions. I mean, very early of course. Like a character with a good strut. This one passes that. So yeah, what's the... Yeah, I've heard something about this kind of card system. No effect? That's good. Oh wait, hold on, was it catch? Potential of strength. Oh, we've got the RPG elements back then. Yeah, sure we didn't pick this up when it came out. It took me a while to caught on to Castlevania. I just wasn't that interested back then. Since you ever reading some, this might be one of the better selling games in the series as well, probably helped by it being a launch game. It's also one of those weird ones where I think it's just called Castlevania in Europe, I want to say. Same as how like people call the N64 one Castlevania 64, but it's actually just Castlevania. It's probably like 5 games claiming their Castlevania one. Oh good, I'm poisoned. I'll tell you what. Sold a million, yeah, that's the thing. I've said this on the stream before. Castlevania is kind of a weird series. That it's very popular in a sense, but it's also not. I mean, I guess these games are quite niche, being tough platformers. I mean, I know Symphony of the Night on PS1 in America made it's a greatest hits compilation, so I probably ended up doing quite well there. I think it was probably kind of a sleeper hit sort of game. But then, Symphony of the Night is a very rare and expensive PAL PS1 game, so it probably didn't do much here. I do honestly think it's one of those series where it gained a lot of its notoriety from just being talked about online a lot. In retro circles. Get wrecked, Igarashi. It's a shame because Aria, I love Aria. It took me a while to get to it. So I did buy, I think it's quite an expensive card now, like a double pack of Harmony of Dissonance and Aria of Sorrow, so the latter two GBA Castlevanias. Unfortunately, for like a good couple of years, all I played was Harmony on it. Hoping to finish that, but I got lost pretty easily on that. Yeah, when I finally got to Aria, I absolutely adored it. Oh man, please tell me I get the run quite soon. Oh, hello. It's quite cool seeing all these, because so many of these exploration-based Castlevanias, they all use the similar sprites, and they're all really cool sprites, like the monsters and whatnot. But it's actually quite cool to see some unique ones. I see these don't show up anywhere else, presumably because they're quite small. Oh, bloody hell, I'm a bit useless here. Ooh. Hooray! I'm probably still about to die. I definitely didn't pick up. No. Yeah, it's quite nice to be doing like a lot of system firsts on here. Well, I streamed Crazy Races the other day, but get a GBA game in here. Hooray! Speak of the devil. Let's see. Yeah, I know a lot of people hate that you have to double tap to run. Yeah, I don't know if I'm... Can I have a save room, please? Or at least recovery item? Yeah, Castlevania is a weird series where hearts aren't actually health in any way. Which you kind of get used to, but I still every once in a while just catch myself hoping they'll recover my health. Oh yeah, I remember they did quite a few Sonic ones. Yeah, I think there was like one with Sonic Advance and Sonic Pinball Party as well. Nice on Juju Rocket Man, it's a pretty good version of that game. The buttons take a bit of getting used to, because that game ideally you want 4 face buttons on, but they adapted it pretty well. They also put like a ton of custom levels on there from like the online archives of the Dreamcast version, so there's quite a lot of content on there. Let's see Spartan zombies. Ooh, gauntlet? Magic gauntlet? What do you think of that, Thanos? Yeah, I believe I've seen a ROM hack that just changes it so you run by default, which might be a show, I don't know. To be fair though, actually, like I'm happy walking at some point for these birds. For more fine control and whatnot. Oh yeah, of course. To kill the worms, yeah. Is this a boss? Yeah, so I suppose yeah, this and the Mega Drive Castlevania have been like 2 I've wanted to get to for the longest time, so if I stream another one after this, maybe I'll do the Mega Drive one again. And maybe for Airfield's Castlevania 64 down the line. Supercars are radio full, you mean? Yeah, well, I've got it in a weird order, really. Like, the first handheld one in the exploration style. Yeah, I really like this so far. Although, Cricket, do you know if... Ooh, that's gotta be hell, surely. Cricket, do you know if off the top of your head this is gonna be one where... Oh, that increased my HP, but it didn't give me any... That increased my HP, but it didn't give me any. Seems a bit stingy. Oh god. Holy shit, I need health. Health, please, anywhere. Yeah, I tell you what, this series really was what, even though I think Aria of Sorrow on Game Boy Advance is the best one of these, on the DS these really benefited from the second screen. Sticking the map on there, that was so convenient. Oh no! Oh fuck, we're getting back away then. There we go. Pre-dash boots. We're back. Oh joy. I can double tap to run as well. I don't think it was being cruel with save room placement now, if you just would go in every possible space that didn't have a save room. Oh, is it? Okay, I don't know what it is with Twitch dashboard. Yeah, it's... You've got to do it twice on here, it feels like. Because I did update this before. Can't swing a circle. And it accepts it, and then I always forget that the first time I do that, it just goes back to the... I know that sounds like bullshit, you have to please believe me when I say that. But it has done that before. You might recall. Circle. See, now it's saved it to retro, but the title is still the Rayman one. You guys criticised this before, right? The Twitch app? Can I join you on your... Okay, there we go, I think it's up now. Oh. There you go, guys. Silly app. Yeah, I was just doing it on the... I don't really want to fiddle around with the browser on my computer, I just do it on the phone app. As I say, it's weirdly finicky with that dashboard feature when you try and update it. Circle the moon. In Biro ink. Yeah, there we go. We had a short break since Halloween. Finally got another game done with Rayman. With I don't know if I sold any of you on that because there's a lot of frustration there. As I say, I still think it's a lovely game. I do think the design is needlessly cruel at times. But to be honest, at that point with Infinite Lives, I enjoyed it in like a Super Meat Boy-esque way almost. Even though I'd probably say Meat Boy does have better design. I still had a lot of fun with it, it's very nostalgic and it's still a gorgeous game, man. As I say, it's funny because on the one hand, the 32-bit generation is where you get 3D games that might be a bit creaky by today's standards, but you also get just impossibly lovely-looking 2D games as well. I mean, hell, this very series right here, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night is an amazing-looking PS1 game. There we go. Yes, we know. Game fair. You know what? Power to that guy. I'm not a kind of conspiracy guy or like any kind of. That's just not my bag at all. You know, no disrespect. I just like I've watched a couple of videos. Like I can't really do it. It's pretty funny though. Pretty harmless. That's the first place, really. Sailor the Moon. Skeleton Mono. Yeah, good few we got. Yeah, I think with a case like this, I can't imagine many people are going to be looking for, bear me a second. I'm going to be looking for Circle of the Moon specifically. It just seems like for a lot of old stuff. Maybe unless it's a game with a big speedrunning scene, although the problem is then they'll come into my stream expecting quality gameplay and they're not going to get it. That's it. I mean, that happens with Rayman actually. As soon as they realised I wasn't speedrunning off, they went. It's fair enough. Yeah, great song this, isn't it, Program? I'd say it's definitely one I recognise, but with Castlevania songs, they get remixed so many times in the series, it's easy to forget where they come from, or just not be aware. Like, there was a song in Portrait of Ruin that I absolutely loved. I thought it was just from that game, but it was actually from like the notoriously overly difficult arcade Castlevania game, Haunted Castle. You need a roadmap to follow this series, really. Some of these spin-offs and alternate versions on Japanese computers, and all sorts of fun stuff. And yeah, I've now, because of that really cheap bundle, I've got all of the Lords of Shadow games on Steam as well, which... I'd be lying if I said I wanted to particularly prioritise those, but... To be fair, they seem to have good qualities about them, and they do seem like they were made with... Like, I remember interviews with the guy who was directing those, and he did seem very passionate about the series. Yeah, Portrait of Ruin had Yuzo Koshiro, Mr. Streets of Rage. He worked on that soundtrack as well, I believe. Which, that's how you sell me on a game, you get him to do the music. Oh god, if they ever get like a game where both him and the Jet Set Radio guy work on the soundtrack, I'll just buy every copy in existence. So we've got new cards. I don't really have a good idea of how this works, to be honest. Seems like a cool system. Stratini. It's Groudon, I guess. Yeah. I think also it is kind of fun because it kind of has a silly, schlocky quality to what the games generally do. You know, it's. I mean, actually, I still want to play that Game Boy game, the one that's also not canon, Legends. I believe there's Sodium Belmont, I think it was. I do like the music going away when I look at the map. It's good music, I don't want it to stop. Maybe it's like when you're in the car and you turn the radio down while you're trying to look at the sat nav or figure out where you are. Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably what I got earlier at MP Max. So that's magic point enhanced and not anyway. How long do you reckon this is, Kraken? It's usually like 6 to 8 hours, maybe? Obviously quite a lot quicker if you know what you're doing. I sure as hell don't. Oh, if only I discovered this on the last... the last attempt. Could have done with you sooner, save room. No worries, Graham. Oh, sorry, that's making you do work, Crogan. Goodbye, Graham. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. Hope you sleep well. Hope we all sleep well. Yeah, it's quite nice to play one of these again. Like I've dipped in and out of Symphony a couple of times, like maybe like in the past year or so. Not like one of them was on stream actually, but I haven't gone too far on it in recent times. I mean, I have beat that a couple of times. Once on PSP and once on Vita actually. Oh, okay, so the HP Max does actually fill up your health. Well, I'm glad, because it seemed a bit mean otherwise. It's like in an RPG, I always hope that when you level up, your health will go up, but it's never a guarantee, really. Yeah, this song's getting... If I remember, this song, along with a bunch from Rayman, getting added to the YouTube playlist. And yeah, unfortunately, Cricket, because I like you and everyone else being DJ with the song requests. But there are very few Castlevania games where I won't just play the music in the game, unfortunately. It's usually so good. Oh, you Bellion, that's awful! Oh, I didn't even see Graham requested Barbie Girl. Oh no. Oh god. Should we call him that from now on? You probably don't need to hear my crusty Popper's voice say that, do you? Oh man. Get some IMDb style trivia in like that. Oh well, this is what I wasn't planning to. Phew. Saved. Good swear, was there a... Oh no, one below. This one doesn't seem to do much damage when I last got in contact with one. Yeah, fair play, it's a nice looking early GBA game. I mean, the subsequent Castlevania games look better on the GBA, but they also have bigger sprites, so... At least I feel like they do. Harmony definitely did. And obviously when you have a handheld from this era with a smaller resolution, I generally tend to prefer when they do smaller sprites. It's one of the reasons I'm one of those crazy heathens who prefers Mario Land 1 to Mario Land 2. I still love Mario Land 2 as well. Oh, for fuck's sake, you made that up! I mean, fair play to you, it sounded feasible. I mean, there's certainly been embarrassing typos like that in games before. To be fair, I do like the Onion style absurdist facts like that. That's good fun. Oh, hold on, I did get I got a gauntlet before, didn't I? Oh my. Look how much smarter this robe makes me. Look at my intelligence go up. Maybe that's a placebo effect. It's in config as well. Yeah, they all use these shoulder buttons in different ways, these GBA games. Like the Harmony of Dissonance just had dash and left and dash and right on them. It seems a bit wasteful to me, really. Didn't have many buttons on the GBA. Did alright for upgrades, don't we? Yeah, I think this will probably be the focus. So I was considering Fantasy Star 1 as well, now that I've grinded a bit on that, but I don't know, I'm a bit intimidated to commit to an RPG on the stream. Even though that one wouldn't be too long. It's just a bit fast forward, but... Oh, nice! That's still going on, nice. Tell you what, there was a really crazy tool-assisted run of Mario 64 they showed at AGDQ, like the recent mini one. God damn, it was... Mario went flying backwards many a time. It was great. It was in like 4 minutes and something as well, and you could tell it was just... the inputs were pulling off feet, so that would be incredibly difficult for a human player. Still quite a lot I missed from earlier in the map. Oh, that's quite cool they're doing that. I do like. I must say, I do like this game kind of having a brief intro, sets things up, and then just lets you free. Plays pretty well. That's just to be a kind of running about with great music, already getting upgrades, already getting stuff done. Like a game that can start off quick. Ah, that'll be enough. It's so weird, I find like a lot of the enemies adorable in this. Just the sprite, like the little mudmen. Look at them! They think they're filth. And they're right. The babby filth. Yeah, I suppose this is a much better sounding game than Harmony, isn't it? It sounds a lot kind of closer to what you'd expect with the visuals on this. Again though, I don't mind the 8-bit style music in Harmony. It is strange after this, but... So there's one or two creepy songs in Harmony that I think work really well. It's quite funny as well, like he's the main guy in Harmony of Distance. He's kind of a glowing sprite, isn't he? Which seems to be a concession for the GBA screen. Although I would have thought the SP would be out by the time that came out. Maybe not. Oh, this was the launch game, so this was definitely original GBA or nothing else, really. Oh, I need to get quotes. I mean, granted, a lot of those quotes on Penta streams were said, like in multiplayer. No, that quote makes me sound very unsympathetic. Like that skeleton bot there, not a bone of an upwards description. Well, figurative bone, not literal bone. You ain't getting fed after midnight, Gremlin. Respond. Nah, I don't want this cotton clothes. Look how much dumber they make me. I have to admit, I've been spoiled by games where when you change equipment your character changes. It's a bit disappointing when that doesn't happen. It's perhaps more realistic on the game with 3D models where it's easier to change them out. I got to Symphony of the Night actually, that has Alucard's cape changes at least. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll play this for. I'm really enjoying it, I just have to force myself to stop though. Fair bit of enemy variety so far as well, isn't there? So far, this is pretty remarkable for a launch game. Ah, that's the boss room, isn't it? Whoa! When it says whoa, I mean, there you go, God. Whoa, that's lucky. Whoa! There you go, you got sprite rotation, like on the 2001 handheld. Not bad. There it goes. Bit of a weird attack pattern they got. Damn it!
This house is too dangerous. There are terrible demons. Ouch!
That's right, House of the Dead. No, that's Resident Evil. I keep thinking that's House of the Dead. No, that's a Resident Evil quote. That's a Fallen Stars member, bless them. Ah, you bugger. I'm gonna have to do a Resident Evil stream sometime as well. If I continue the theme I'm kind of doing at the moment, doing ah, damn it. Ooh, that stings. Set back a little ways. But yeah, if I continue the theme of playing games I haven't beaten, kind of completionist sense, then shush, melee man. Then with Resident Evil, the only kind of main entries I need to do are 0 and Code Veronica. So maybe I'll do those sometime. What have you guys been playing lately then? Quite a few releases this week, right? Because we've got like Spyro, Pokemon. Fallout isn't out this week, right? That's just the beta that Jara's been playing, but either way, that's still got that as well. That's pretty good. Good lord, those mummies are enormous. We got hits for days as well, look at that. Well done. Well done, all of you. Oh, we got holy water. It is ours, is it? Wow. God damn, what a busy week! Be interested to see the hierarchy of the charts next week. Man, I sometimes forget just how busy Quarter 4 can get. Look at Gauntlet. Yeah, I haven't seen any Fallout reviews actually. Jala seems to be enjoying it, bless him. It's the most important review. I meant to ask her about that earlier actually, but I didn't mention that. He's doing a little journal, isn't he? A lot of people are convinced he won't play much of it, but he's really keen on Fallout. I mean, I wouldn't put money on it, but I reckon he'll give it a good stab. Thinking about it, is the holy water a good shout for that place? It might be actually, because it's quite a large one. So I don't like to double tap into run too much. I prefer to have it on the button, but I don't know if they had a better choice really, since all the other 4 buttons are used up. Yeah, seems like a good shot. Joe's fighting Dracula. Good lad. Isn't he my dad in this? I forget, they talked about some sort of master relation. Maybe father figure, I don't know. This just frustrates the boss. Oh, you play a lot of Fortnite, do you, Barry? Nice. You know, one of the things I find really fascinating with Fortnite, there always seems to be like some sort of mystery in the game. Like, so they'll find an item or some sort of mysterious box that people don't know the significance of until later. That's really neat. It's a really cool way to kind of encourage player participation and stuff like that. Also, what system are you playing that on? There we go. Yeah, holy water was a good shout, wasn't it? Cool first boss, pretty challenging, not ridiculously hard as the first boss shouldn't be. So, do we not get a? Let's get a health upgrade, don't you? Usually in these games. Maybe got set on fire in the background. I fired Fortnite up once or twice on Switch. Nice little version on there. I get a bit frustrated because I'm not very good at it, but I do think it is a really cool game to have gone as popular as it did. Little tiny babby double jump. Woke reputation improvement. Dude, I played Dark Souls 1, I already killed a big doggy boss. And I felt shitty doing it then as well. Oh, Hopper. Getting Stranger Things up in this. Actually, I probably should be reckless, I should actually go in there. Got a nice little bit of Metroidvania thinking as well, where it's like, well, let's go to the points in the map where I need to double jump, like... try this way. I really want to get to a save room, but... I think this might loop back to where I was before. Let's have a look for some... Oh, you get Smash Brothers as well, nice Rebellion. You probably won't be surprised to hear I'm excited about the Castlevania characters and that. Played on Switch though, yeah. So is crossplay properly on, like PS4, between everything else now? Have they... So then that was going into beta, is that fully there now? Oh, nice, another really good song. Oh, which one's this from? Oh, it was in the Mega Drive one. And that's all you get to hear of it. Just until I get to the same room. Yeah, I feel fairly confident saying that track in there was from Bloodlines on Mega Drive. So that's rad. Yeah, is it safe to say this had the best soundtrack at launch for GBA? What would the competition have been? Yeah, I like the Mario 2 ditties. If their Maximum Velocity had a pretty good soundtrack as well. Oh. If you're gonna have RPG mechanics in the game, I do like leveling up quickly. Just give me all the little dopamine rushes. I'm not sure, honestly, on Fortnite. So then they were talking about it, which was just such a... I think we all breathed such a big sigh of relief at that, didn't we? Yeah, great song, nice. I prefer its Mega Drive incarnation, but it's still very good here. Oh. Yeah, I'll go Axe for a while. Let's see if I can... Yeah, I'm like 90% sure it was launched, right? I remember it being in the roundup. Like reviews roundups and such. Performance is embarrassing in 2018. Oh no. I'd have a bit of a rough time with it though. So that's one of those things where, like, you know, for a lot of people got the scope of it and the just general how engrossing it can be despite all that. I still enjoy it for that, and that's totally valid. So we hope Jara enjoys it. Yeah, Konami's, I'm trying to think what else, Konami did support GBA pretty well, didn't they, when they had Crazy Races after this? They had weird stuff, like I think there was like a Silent Hill visual novel in Japan or something like that. It's just getting into that.
Welcome to the circus of value.
Hello, Nick. We swap games, Nick. Oh, that might be it. I'm trying to think of the time frame then. Is GBA a little later over here than in the US? It was something quite early, at least, in US. I feel like GBA launched in maybe summer 2001 here. Yeah, because my middle brother Andrew got one for his birthday. That was in July, and I played to me. He let me play on this quite a bit actually until I got my own Christmas that year. Well, the games I got with it actually, Nick, was Spyro, Season of Ice. Yeah, that's that. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. Yeah, go for that. I was going to compromise one way or another when dealing with RPG equipment like that. Brain float. It's think of Metroid, kind of creatures going back and forth in a big kind of column level design like that. Probably as Metroid just came out on Switch today, didn't it? Is it a con? No. We'll have a try. I thought I might be able to jump on them, bounce off them. I don't know, brains look sprinty often. They're very trampoline-esque today. Someone agree with me on that. Please give me assurance on that bizarre thought. Is that what they got at launch? Ours must have been a bit later then, because I feel like they were quite a lot. I feel like the third party to that was pretty good for GBA at launch over here, at least. Remember that there was like that weird Pinot Bee, like that robot bee platformer. I was so excited for the Game Boy Advance. That was one of those things where I was just reading every magazine preview cover to cover, like just pouring over screenshots. I'm just like reading about how Crazy Racers had reflections on the track, and that was after GBC, that just seemed so astronomical. An improvement to me. Yeah, I was the same with the DS as well, honestly. Which was funny with the DS, because there was so much cynicism around it in light of the PSP, and I was very much Team DS, then later I got a PSP, and I ended up really liking both handhelds. Yeah, I did just go this way, didn't I? Because I'd be busy talking, I haven't really registered. Why could I not go up this way? This way. Well, at least we're leveling up while we're faffing about. Oh, of course it was the sprinny brains. Well, not sprinny. Hello, Matt. How you doing, Matt? Thanks for coming in, despite it being so late. Fair play to you. I see me just come back from work or something, I would just want to collapse in bed myself, so I greatly appreciate it. Maybe my boring voice can send you to sleep. Yeah, June 11, that sounds about right. So. Oh, bloody hell, Peds, that's a bit of a nightmare experience, man. Sorry to hear you having that. That's your rewards for going back on your outlook for Pokemon. If you do get that, man, I'd be happy to see you stream that. We should be taking notes of what rooms are where in this. Especially because at least so far we don't have any warps going on. It bothers me a bit, we could have to backtrack a heck of a lot. Yeah, no worries, but I don't know how, well, as usual, I was planning to end the stream sooner, but then I get carried away and end up enjoying the game. And engaging with chat. It's a dangerously addictive combination, that. Peds. Behave you. Yeah, unfortunately, I keep forgetting, like, anytime there was clearly a point I couldn't get past, I keep forgetting which one. Like here, at some point I stopped here. That might have been because the jump was too high at the end here. It's like the most basic kind of Metroidvania thing, isn't it? Like you get a double jump, now you can go back to the sections you couldn't before because they were... Or not, actually, no. This isn't the case of that. That's just too high regardless. Is that better or worse? I don't know. No, have you got an echoey bathroom? Am I echoing all throughout your bathroom? What a privilege. Actually, wait a minute. I could swear my first attempt around this area when it was like a gauntlet or something, wasn't there? No, okay, I've got whatever was there. Yeah, the only problem with streaming and chatting, perhaps I'm not paying attention as much as I should, but that's okay. But yeah, Matt, we're done with Rayman now. Look up the final boss if you're curious, man. It's a bit bizarre. It was both quite cool, but also anticlimactic. And the ending's also like 5 seconds long, so there we are. So I'm glad we went to all that effort. Actually, I'm happy to have finally beaten it.
Show me your moves.
Oh my, if you insist.
Splish!
Let's get it all in. Oh! I just pressed my map pick back. Oh no!
Oui. Oui.
Ugh. So we have 3 on the Zelda. So when you play Fortnite, you play, is that generally, do you play the team? Do you play on your own? Unless I'm on voice chat with people, I don't really want a team to have to rely on me in that. So yeah, suddenly panic I'm because it doesn't show me very well. So I tend to just go solo on a game like that if I can. I also like to faff about on that as well, so rather be able to do it conscious, with a clean conscience. Oh my goodness, all the laughs. There's so many more laughs I can add on that, isn't there? So many. What number laugh should we get to on that? Do we want to go to double digit? I'm thinking like Muttley's laugh from Wacky Racers, or if any of you seen Red Lab Media, Rich Evans' laugh from that as well. There's quite a few notable examples. Wait a minute, I'm getting rid of this. Oh no, we might already be. Where could I go that I haven't been? Yeah, well, this time I was going this way, cycling around, and it's not really I haven't tried this either, the magic. I assume that does a good thing. Yeah, it's fine, Matt. No worries, man. Oh, I see that colours. Good night, man. Hope you sleep well. It's quite cool. We get a flaming whip there. Oh, wait, so I'm guessing that relates to... Oh, do I have to... Oh, I see. Okay. So it won't be clear what these do until I, use them, so I know... Oh wait, hold on. That's quite cool, so there's kind of various combinations I take it here once I get more actions up there. Oh, okay. Nice! Oh wow, yeah, I've got some Metroid going on here. So let's go back to where the floating brain fillies were. I was sort of on the right path. I was right to be thinking of Metroid as well, because that's very Ice Beam, using enemies as platforms, isn't it? Yeah, after hearing the Retronauts guys not really like this, I'm kind of I'm hoping I can partly agree to disagree with them. I'm hoping this isn't going to get dramatically run out of steam later. So I'm very much enjoying that. Yeah, no worries, you buddy. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. That's all year, isn't it? For getting cold. Yeah, thanks so much, Bowser. So, we'll go for like. I'll aim to go for 10 more minutes. We'll see how it goes. Probably shouldn't go much later than that. But yeah, good night, man. I haven't got a buy sound effect, have I? Lifetime must reserve. Okay, so once again, I can't remember why I can't go up the top left bit here. Well, in any case, we'll Funny thing is, I feel like that's the sort of bit here I would have gotten stuck on this as a kid. It's not a guarantee I wouldn't. I might have still gotten stuck on this now, but it's quite nice to have that little epiphany of realising what I need to do. get a story sequence on this again. As I say, I like that it's kind of left us to our own devices after a quick intro to establish what's going on. It's also a bit of a shame I'm not playing this on a handheld, really, because it's... I do like a Metroidvania on a handheld, like playing that lying down right before going to bed, but... I don't know, would it be able to stream? There we go, so... jump on you. Yeah, this is very bad. This is almost blatant. This is kind of blatant, to be honest. Oh god. And the Metroid and Metroidvania right there. Oh god. I mean, I'm happy to get that, but that's all that was. No. So I guess we might still be stuck, possibly. So if we can figure anything else here. Still cool, that was yeah, I never getting the right. I think it's probably too late to try and start looking things up. Well, it's funny, I mentioned Retronauts. I believe Jeremy Parish from there came up with the term Metroidvania. I think he kind of regrets it as well. Poor lad. I know it's quite a divisive term, but it's a handy shorthand. People know what you're talking about when you say if it's a bit clumsy. I don't know, I don't mind a good portmanteau, so it works for me. Didn't come Metroid for like 20,000 years. Well, I believe Igarashi, I think he said that for Symphony of the Night. I think Zelda was more of an influence than Metroid was. I think it just naturally ended up becoming more, maybe in big parts of the side-scrolling aspects, and it being on one big map as opposed to like having several. Well, I suppose the different areas of Symphony of the Night could be seen as a bit dungeon-like in their own way. Yeah, no, sure, yeah. Oh. So there was nothing to be stuck on, I just forgot I hadn't completely explored this bit. Good day to you, too. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, cosplay is kind of weird because it feels like, in retrospect, the handheld games were the mainline series. Even though, obviously, the PS2 3D entries would have been the bigger budget ones, and probably the ones that got more marketing. But then, I'm really not familiar with either of those. The two PS2 Castlevania games, I generally don't hear great things on them. Although I know at least one of them is meant to have an amazing soundtrack, probably both of them. Castlevania War. Might be an eventual stream that. As I say, I've got the side-scrolling one I quite like from what I've played. It's obviously I'm going to be more partial to the style of these games, but it seemed pretty decent. Was it Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate? I don't know what that Simon Belmont in it as well, funny enough. Because I remember playing the demo for it on 3DS and actually like quite enjoying the combat from what I played and thinking the 3D looked good, but man, it did not run well. It was a shaky ass N64 frame rate. Probably a bit too ambitious for the hardware. It's quite good it got a home port as well. Well, as I say, to be fair, at least it had very good 3D from what I remember. I will say, this is doing what Symphony of the Night does a bit. As much as I love Symphony of the Night, you sometimes get a little copy and paste in the level design. There's been a bit of that here, like a lot of just vertical chasms. Yeah, sure. Like, to be fair, cosplay has reinvented itself many times. I suppose Lord of Shadow wasn't that different in that sense. I mean, the biggest thing for me is that it does feel like a pretty generic AAA game of that time in a lot of ways. You get kind of some of the polish you'd expect from that. Patrick Stewart voiceover as well, but I don't know, it's not quite as charming to me. Oh look, this is where we fell. That's fun. Yeah, lovely visuals for the time. I'm trying to imagine what this would look like on the original GBA screen. Yeah, that seems to be the case with the PS2 ones. Well, it's funny because opinion still varies a bit with the handheld games. Like, to be honest, it seems like a lot of people don't really... Like, they think Aria of Sorrow is by far the best GBA one. And this and Harvey don't really compare. And I think the DS ones will generally considered very good. But I think, like, say with Portrait of Ruin, there was criticism over it perhaps getting a bit samey at that point. Must be like copy and paste level design, that one had a bit of that. It's a shame they didn't do more like the classic, more actiony ones. As you say, aside from Adventure Rebirth, really. I mean, they just found some of that really worked, I guess, with Symphony. I'm a big fan of both styles. Lords of Ecclesia, yeah. Oh my god, I need to make that a sound effect. The, you remember like the crab boss that kind of goes shoo, like it makes a really bizarre noise. Like, I don't know what a giant crab would sound like, but I wouldn't have thought that. It's very odd. Yeah, Dawn is great. I prefer Aria, although it has been a good while since I played Eva, to be fair. I know Dawn has a really cool, like, you know these games have kind of a post-completion mode where you play as another character. I don't... Oh god, I've been hit every single time by this guy. It's terrible. I know people really love the one in... Oh, okay, if I die now, it's not that sympathetic, because I've been useless here. Hey. Oh, I got the cross! Nice. Oh. Yeah, like Dawn of Sorrow had the really cool Julius mode where you played as Julius Belmont. And it also had Alucard as well. I believe he looked like his PS1 version. Oh, it had someone else. It had another nostalgia character as well. I think. Should always go to hell. That's right. That's so cool. Sure, because he's a really cool character design, but wasn't like the plot in that she had a personality taken away from her or something like that. So she wasn't able to be very expressive because of that. It was a bit of a waste. Like her character design deserved a bit better than that, but still really cool. She's a really cool design. One of many they ruined in that Wii fighting game. She had like a really kind of weird frumpy dress on in that one. It was really strange. She looked like a different character basically. I guess when you get the Death Note guy to go free reign for your character design, you'll have a bit of fun, won't you? Okay. should really use a potion. It's been too long since I've... There's just like the slight chance I might come across a save room, but I'm probably going to regret thinking like that. There's a HP max. Yeah, screw it. Doesn't give us much, mind you. A little buffer. Ooh, it's a good time to have the, it's a classic painting, isn't it? Oh, it's Scan My Glory here. I vaguely recognise that. I don't know if that's something just made up for us. Something they made up is very authentic to paintings from this era. Alucard, that's it, yeah, no. Sober was replaced with Dawn French. Ed, you took the words right out of my mouth. It's really weird. That's what I want. I do like that tension of trying to get a save. Oh, I mean, I don't, but I do. Oh, man. There was a thread of Reset Era about people's favourite sub-weapon in Castlevania, and I believe the cross did come out on top. Let's see why. Frequently very useful. That's it, yeah, I was thinking there was some Castlevania 3 connection, and I was thinking it might have been her, but I was like, I don't know if it's... Definitely her. So, I'm not using my magic much, come on. Let's get the firework into play a bit. Probably because it's such a cool animation, look at that. Yeah, it's fun. Plus magic seems to... Actually, yeah, I should be using that more, because it looks like magic replenishes pretty quickly. That's right, yeah. To be honest, if I ever watched a speedrun of, like I was watching a bit of the Castlevania 3 HGDQ run the other day, and there's quite a few why didn't I think of that moments in terms of certain sub-weapons with the bosses. It's pretty funny. I don't like going to the map because of making the music stop. Okay, just trusted me to turn the volume down on my GBA instead of doing it full loop. So, what do you guys think about? I'm thinking of this in terms of the stream. Like, it sits a bit weirdly with me having like having black space either side, and then I don't know, because there's just not quite enough space, is it, on the right there to have the chat in. That's why I like the background being there as well. Yeah, I could make it smaller as well, but actually the scan lines seem to hold up pretty well. I do that. A few options to consider. So the GPA's got a weird aspect ratio. It's not quite widescreen, but it's on the way there. Yeah, I generally seem to go towards the axe quite a bit. I'll try to get a good bit of use out of all of them in this. Ooh, according to the achievement I just got on Retro Arch, I'm level 10 now. That's pretty swell. That's less swell. Yeah, I don't know if, so maybe if I move Retro Arch a little bit to the side. Maybe, yeah, it might be worth me doing something like that. Look at the charts, I mean, I don't want to make it much skinnier than it is. I just wonder if maybe if I adjust the width of it. So, 66 is really cool when you have the expansion pack. Well, I'll have a look at a few templates. I mean, you guys had some pretty cool ones like the system borders. Maybe I'll consider something like that. Yeah, it's too late to be trying to figure this out. Yeah, it'd be worth me doing it's good call the different scenes, it'd be worth me doing a different one for the for GBO. There we are. Man, I've got a gun. I wish I'd played this when it came out. I think I would have really liked it. I got stuck in games like this so easily as a kid, mind you. Because I got stuck in Hardly a Distance quite a lot when I first played that. Like, it would have been great to like have these, like, know these songs and have this fondness for the series that early on. Oh, you completed that as a kid, nice. Let's get going. Do you still have your original cards, Cricken? Much that's worth. I've got all three of the DS games boxed, and those are quite. Those have generally held their value, if not they're going up a bit. I suspect, especially because it has a cult following over here, but they wouldn't have sold that many copies, say, compared to like in America, where the series is more popular. Well, again, like, I didn't play Dawn of Sorrow when it came out. It took me, like, maybe a bit after Order of Ecclesia to finally start playing those games on there. It was very late to this series. Yeah, no, tell you what, next save point I get to, I'll call this. I really could just keep playing this. It's just nice to be, even if this isn't the best Castlevania in this style, it's nice to be playing one of these again. But yeah, no worries, Pairs. Thanks so much for tuning in, man. Yeah, if I'll probably be about like in the afternoon tomorrow, so if you stream, yeah, I'll definitely tune in. I look forward to more Chrono Trigger as well. But yeah, good night, man. As I said, it's such a weird case where they just called it Castlevania over here. Would they try to do like an in-name reboot with a game that wasn't meant as a reboot? Are they early to that trend? Maybe we should call it Castlevania 2001. And then Castlevania 64, Castlevania 99. Got one. I meant to actually put the ice whip on. Oh, you found it! No kidding! Oh, well done! Fair play, man. Where was it? You have it like in a drawer nearby? That's so cool. You still got. You probably still got your save on it and stuff, haven't you? I think GBA saves have generally held up over time. Yeah, most likely. I guess that's why in general they like doing like okay, I'll save. I'll scavenge hunt and actually no, we'll call it that. Yeah, like I suppose like a crazy subtitle can be a bit intimidating to a new. It can make people think they got to play all the other ones first, right? Well, there's a kind of degree of like. If it's just the name on its own, like you think, oh, I could start with that one. Played them to death, yeah. Yeah, I believe it. I was a goddamn. Pretty much every Game Boy I've played to death. I was so. Especially like around about like mid to late GBA, I got actually no, even earlier than that, I got a paper round, so. All that money went to GBA and DS cards. Good times. Yeah, nice little surprise to end on this game tonight. As I say, I think I'll keep playing this. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see. Yeah, thanks so much, Crooked, and anyone else still in still watching. Good little stream though. Good, nice little finishing off Rayman, getting into Circle of the Moon a bit. I'm getting to hear it now, so I really need to go to sleep. Yeah, I'm never really sure, like, as if we got the viewers list, but obviously people kind of lurking it out of it. So yeah, Nick and Xantham and Avocado Badado. It's probably a bot, but I do like that name. But yeah, anyway, good night everyone, thanks so much.